What's up, guys? That Really Gross Guy here, and we are back playing Warframe. So, got a new loadout, new build, new theme, something I was just kind of trying out. Definitely there's something that is subject to change, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But here we are with my Temple Guardian Inaros. So, the one thing I really liked, and I noticed when I decided to try out a couple weapons on him, is this awesome stance that he has where he's, you know, doing the Temple Guardian thing, and I really like it. I really like this noble, I don't know, just the Guardian kind of stance that he has right going on right there. Now, I was kind of hoping he would do that with the melee weapon, but the melee weapons are all subject to the stances, so unfortunately he doesn't really do that. But he still looks pretty badass with my Guandao. But anyways, I got the Scourge, and it's the first time I've tried out the Scourge, and I'm actually a pretty big fan. I think it's a pretty good weapon. Now, is it the best weapon? But it's fun to use, and not too bad. I actually amplified its fire rate and stuff, so you could see there that it was pretty quick on the trigger. But it's a pretty decent weapon. It's a pretty decent weapon. It needs a little bit of help with mods in order to make it, like, fairly viable, because, like, the fire rate is a little bit, like, a little bit hard to deal with as just a base weapon without fire rate mods. So it kind of almost needs fire rate to really be good and useful. And it really does benefit from that corrosive damage. It's just fantastic. I absolutely love it. But also, the Throne Blast is pretty great. I'm a pretty big fan of the Throne Attack. Now, the problem with the Throne Attack, obviously, is having to retrieve the weapon, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay because of the damage it does. If I pick the right opportunity to throw it, it is so worth it. I would love to see, yeah, like, if I get in here and send it over there. Oh, he was freaking subject to the fissure at the time I threw it, but boom! Just killed everything in that area. So, here I'm using the Nell, and I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I really don't like the Nell. I understand why it can be good. I just don't have the patience. I don't want to say, technically that's not the right term, but I really don't care to use the mechanic that requires it to be good to actually make it good. And what I mean by that is focusing on like a stun type build. Even Inaros is actually okay for it because he can do his one ability and do a stun, and then follow up with the Nell and do the headshot attack. But to be honest, it's a gimmick that I could care less to use. I'd prefer just a better weapon in my opinion. So the Nell, the fact that it has only one round in a magazine really bothers me. The fact that it just, like, you know, the overall magazine, or the ammo max is so low, bothers me. I could care less about the weapon. This is the you know how in the beginning I said this build is going to change to some degree. I absolutely am going to be finding a different secondary to use with this. But the reason why I threw on the Nell is because, number one, I wanted to try it out, and number two is mastery rank, and I'm closing in on a mastery rank you know, fulfillment, and I'm going to get a new mastery rank video out for you guys very shortly, so stay tuned for that. But back to the build. The Nell's gotta go. The Nell's gotta go. I don't know if I will ever use it. There's even some of the weapons that are considered some of the lower end weapons, I still like to use. Because, number one, they always have a chance of getting a Riven. And number two is, the mechanics, as long as the mechanics are good on the weapon, I'm cool with using it on one of my builds. but I don't think there's a single reason why I would choose the Nell over a better weapon. Even if I wanted to go for like, because the Nell is actually great when it comes to getting that crit damage, that crit chance and crit damage up. But to be honest, I would prefer to use a better secondary, anything, you know, that has better magazine capacity, better, I don't know, just is more user friendly. The Nell is very, I don't want to say frustrating to use. It's not very user friendly, in my opinion. But you could use like a Neja and use like your ulti and like get everyone stuck on a spike and then take advantage of them. Or Harrow. Harrow's great to use it with. And I'm sure that's part of the reason why I believe it came out with Harrow, whatever. But I would way rather use like a Marilock, Vacor Marilock, even like a Lex, like a Lex Prime or an Lex Prime. I think just far outdoes the Nell in my opinion. But that's that. I'm actually gonna get into another game real quick, and we'll have a little bit more fun. Just real quick, doing some Void Ducat basically farms. We got that Guandao all the way up. So there's that mastery rank fulfilled on that one, which is great. The Nell, I want to get up to max rank, and then I'm not gonna sell it, but I'm gonna kick it to the curb because who knows if a weapon someday requires the Nell to be made to make it. But we're closing in on that. But the Guandao is a weapon that I was not initially... Actually, when I first saw it, I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to like this one. But I didn't realize I was really excited for a new polearm. But once we got it, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Also, I do want to point out that they are making another polearm... stance. They showed that in the last dev stream that they are working on a new one, and that's pretty exciting. I love polearms in general. I feel like there are some really incredible stances, technically. The game calls them stances, but fighting style, that's what I wanted to say. Fighting styles that revolve around the polearm. If any of you have played like everything from like Dynasty Warriors to, you know, plenty of other games, any character, one good example is, I think his name is Keelik from Soul Calibur series. I think he's the character that uses the staff, but an awesome attack pattern like he has is the reason why I love polearms so much. Keelik was one of my favorite characters in Soul Calibur, if I'm thinking of the right character. But I mean, it's been years. I haven't played Soul Calibur since Soul Calibur 2, so the polearm stance, man, is one of my favorite stances in the game, and that's just because, like I said, I really like the fighting style that revolves around it. Obviously, Sword and Shield is probably my favorite, my number one. But I mean, the whips are cool. Just the Nakana or the katana type, you know, the weapons are just fantastic. There's just, I don't know. It's hard to pick favorites because a lot of these are really good. But I'm so excited to see the polearm get some love. So that's something I am definitely looking forward to. I hope you guys are too. Let me know if you're excited about some polearm love. But anyways, the Guandao, it's good. It's good. I don't know build-wise what I would go with it. I've kind of just been utilizing its lethal kills because of my first ability being a stun, and obviously Inaros benefiting so much from the lethal strikes, the finishers. So with that said, let me see if I can get one in here real quick. Oh, not quite. Like bam, 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 killing everybody. I mean, I am on a low-leveled whatever. But the Guandao, from what I've heard, is a pretty solid melee weapon. I'm already, like, excited for a Guandao Prime. Dude, that would just be so nice. It'd be so nice to have. But, actually, he would be perfect for Hydroid Prime. Now, we already have been spoiled that the Nami Skyla is going to be the next melee, the melee Prime, and I'm actually really excited about those too. Oh man, melee weapons. I need to do more like melee-oriented builds, like that are geared almost completely around melee weapons. I don't know. Maybe I'll completely strip Inaros of his weapons and just run 100% melee only. But probably not, because I do like the Scourge. The Scourge, look at so good. Not to mention all the corrosive. Actually, I can't remove the Scourge. I feel like this is going to be an excellent build, like a corrosive, maybe endgame build. At least mid tier. The Scourge, I feel like, is going to be good enough, and Inaros and his survivability and stuff is going to be absolutely fantastic for this build. So that's probably what I'm gonna roll with. I think I'm gonna keep it as is, remove the secondary, pop something better on there. Let me do this real quick just to have that fun. Bow. These guys, very cool. Bow. Get that Scourge back. And looks like we are good on enemies, but oh, maybe not. Oh, how did you just die? Okay. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. I know I wanted to say something. Okay, so Warframe aside, if you guys are here for Warframe, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I just want to mention that my Nier series, if you guys are interested in my Nier game, playing the crap out of that. Episodes are on their way. Having a blast. Wolfenstein doing its thing. I am going to have Lawbreakers. The beta was up. I played a little bit of that. I'm going to throw a video of Lawbreakers up. If you guys are interested, just check that out. One video. There's going to be a video based on all the skins that you can get in the game, but then I'm going to do one actual gameplay video if you guys want to check that out. Sorry, in that video, I was a little bit more focused on like the actual gameplay, and my first impressions may have come across as a little bit like scatterbrained, but it seems like a fun game. Is it worth picking up? I'm not too sure. It's $30 and then $40 for the limited, like, special edition or whatever. But so there's that. And yeah, I really want to pick up Fortnite, and I just really want to play with people. And currently, I don't have friends with like pretty decent PCs to run it. I might get it on PC, because then I also technically get it on PS4, and then maybe I could play with one of my buddies. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get back to the Mastery Rank grind if you are curious. I am 20, going on 21, 3,600, and when I get to 21, I'm going to be uploading a video of practicing 22 and giving some tips on Mastery Rank 22 tests. So thank you so much. Like I said, until next time,